So it is 5 something in the morning on a Saturday. The weather is in the 40s. I'm sick, and I'm on my way to catch a flight to go to New York for the day, where I'll be giving a day of recollection on our striving to be more holy. And it's times like this I wonder why I care, why I get out of bed in the morning. Wouldn't it be easier just to care about myself? So this day just getting more and more fun as it goes by. I made it to the parish sort of barely. The plane was held in a holding pattern because of this weather, and we were an hour late, and it's disgusting, and we don't know if anyone's gonna show up. But I'm here and happy to be here, so let's get inside. Whew, all right, we are much better now, dried off, lenses covered and safe, we're inside. But man, this is turning out to be a day of true and perfect joy, am I right? If you've never heard of it, True and Perfect Joy is one of my favorite stories of St. Francis. Allegedly, a brother came to him and asked what was true and perfect joy. And he told the brother, he said, even if all the brothers were to preach amazingly, and all the lepers were to be clean, and all the lame would go to walk, all the wars would stop, and he kept going on and on, all the princes and the kings were to lay down before Christ, even if all this would happen, it would not be true and perfect joy. But he said if on a cold winter night, after traveling for days and it was raining and you were hungry and you felt terrible and you showed up to the friary and you knocked on the door and said, please brother, I'm one of you, please let me in and give me some warmth and food. And this brother slammed the door in your face and he said, get away you scoundrel, you're just trying to abuse us. And if in that moment I still had love and patience inside of me, knowing that Christ was also cast out, that would be true and perfect joy. Now, obviously, Francis was a little crazy, but I can't help but see a parallel between his story and my life, because it's been kind of a rough day so far with the rain and the cold and up early, and yet there's nothing but joy. This is what we're called to do. This is what we are blessed to do. So here I am, about to get to work. Man, that guy just kept talking and talking. Oh my gosh. Good to know that even though my voice is slightly gone and I'm a little tired and sick, that I can still talk for quite a while. So the talks went well, pretty well attended. We were happy with it. Now we got about 20 minutes, going to take a little break, and then we've got Mass, so the main event. Oh my gosh, what is this?
You're new to the parish.
I'm not new at all. I'm just here for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Hello.
But I'm liking what I'm seeing.
So you're
Oh
the
my gosh.
easy up-to-date guy with the video camera.
Yes.
Is this on Facebook?
It might be. It might more likely be on YouTube.
Okay. How cool is that?
So-
What would you like?
Parish 101, get snacks and wonderful things like this. This will get people to come. And now we have found the prize here. We come to New York, what do you want? You want some
New York
pizza. Yes,
pizza.
some New York pizza. Look at that.
Look at this. Can
This,
it be topped?
oh, taste of the kingdom. Thank you. So it is now Sunday morning. I've just served at the first of 3 masses here at the church, and believe it or not, getting up early in the morning to travel in the cold and rainy weather, speaking for 2 hours, eating pizza and not getting a good night's sleep, not the greatest ways to get over a cold, and I find myself feeling not better, but kind of worse this morning. So now with my true and perfect joy continuing, I find myself without a full voice, feeling weak and tired and a little bit of a fever and just coughing all the way through the Mass. I find it amazing how quickly lessons come to fruition. You see, just this last week I was in presiding class where we practiced celebrating the Mass, and I was genuflecting at one point, and I did it sort of awkwardly without a whole lot of grace, and the professor pointed this out to me. And I said, well, it's partially because my back hurts a little bit today. And so he said sort of sarcastically, well, I will pray that you never have a backache ever in your priesthood. And it was kind of funny, but he took it as an opportunity to make the point that we won't always be at our best. Sometimes we're not going to feel good. Sometimes we're not going to be up physically for celebrating the Mass. But in some ways, it's not really up to us. We take on this yoke of the priesthood to serve, and sometimes, even when sick, we have to be there for the people. So despite having coughed up a lung and used a whole box of tissues, having a headache and just feeling terrible, I am truly being sincere. I am not being overly pious when I say that everything about this is joy. That I am so privilege to be able to do what I do, to serve Christ in this way. And that even though I may not feel my best, even though I may want to do anything else with this, to go to sleep and just relax, sometimes we don't always get the resurrection. Sometimes we get the cross. And really, with Jesus Christ, it's all joy. And also, it's just a head cold, so I think I'll survive. And while everything I said in this video is true, the message being that even through our suffering, even through our sickness, we can still find joy, I would be crazy if I didn't say that all I wanted to do right now was to get home, to put on some sweatpants, take some medicine, and go to sleep. I am glad to have had this opportunity, but I'm ready to get out of here. Luckily, this bag used to hold 36 books in it, but I gave them all away, so there's basically just an album in it, so the travel should be pretty easy. In just a few hours, I'll be home. What a great blessing this has been. I will catch you next week.